much for joining us to Season 2, Episode 4 of Squad Talks, featuring your girl, Little Fohx. Right here I got Chase, at Shorty40. Half of 48 is 24, but I'm actually 40. This is Andy, Honcho, half of 48, not 24, 8. 40 plus 8 was 48.
Math is hard.
Let's get it. Sometimes it is.
For
For us.
the path it is.
So let's get started. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How you came up with the name Little Fohx.
So I actually came up with it because I'm obsessed with foxes.
Okay.
I grew up loving Fox and the Hound. If you ever watched the movie.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
It's very depressing, but literally so depressing. But I grew up loving Fox and the Hound, love foxes. I've actually never seen one in real life.
Really?
So if anyone ever wants to,
Not even at a zoo?
No.
Yeah, foxes.
I've seen a gray fox, but like that doesn't count. Like I need to see a red fox, like a actual red
curled
fox.
up, laying down. That's how I want to see it. No, in a ball. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cute.
Oh, you want to see a fox in the wild running?
Running at you?
Oh, not at me.
In the UK, they're like, what is it? What's the word? Not normalized, but what's the word? Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know words either.
Like how you have like hamsters. What are they called? Or cats. Some cats that are what's the fucking word?
Not wild.
Domestic.
Domestic. Okay.
They like in the UK, it's like, it's normal for domesticated foxes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I went over there for 3 weeks, I think, and
Really?
I never got to see one. And I actually went on Facebook and was like,
where can
"Hey,
I
I live in the U.S., but I'm trying to buy one in the U.S. and I'm visiting in the U.K. and I'd love to hang out with one in person and get the feel of being around one before I buy one." And some guy was like, "Yeah, you can come check this one out," and it was 3 hours away, and you don't know how tempted I was to get on a train and go 3 hours away from where I was just to go pet a fox.
Oh my god.
I was like, I'm not going to buy it. I just want to touch it.
That's funny.
See it real quick.
But, so when it came to coming up with my name, I wanted Fox in it. And, there's Prince Fox, or is it Prince Fox? Or
I haven't heard that. But there might be.
There's a couple of DJs with Fox in their name. I think there's there's a big. I'm looking at you.
A big fox.
There's a big DJ. It's is it Prince Fox or I want to say the name right.
I don't know. It's okay. There's
a DJ out there named something Fox, and I was like, I want to do it, but as I was trying to come up with an Instagram name, nothing was coming up. So I sat there and I was like, okay, how do I spell Fox differently? So I used to work at a bar, and we would all, after we got off work, we'd all hang out by our fire pit at work and sit there and just, get drunk and hang out. And I think it was the Super Bowl of 2018. And that was the year that I started my career as DJing. And we were sitting there, and I had been bartending that morning, and there was a group of guys that were working, or that they do construction. So they came in to watch the Super Bowl, hang out or whatever, and talking with my hands a lot. And we became friends with them, whatever. So at the end of the night, when I clocked out, I sat by the fire, had a drink with everybody. And I was talking to one of them, and we all became really good friends. I'm friends with probably one of the only people that I reply to on Snapchat. And his name's Sam. He's awesome. Nice. He's 40 something years old too, and construction worker, married. His wife is beautiful,
That's funny.
Super cool. And he's one of those that I renovated. What is the word? Resonated well? I resonated well. There you go. I resonated well. I don't know my words. I resonated well with him because like, growing up, my parents, like, they're in their 50s, so when they get drunk, they act like they're 20 years old. So I get along with older people just because of that, because used to be around them a lot. And, he ended up hanging out with us. Super cool dude, telling us, like, funny-ass stories. And I forgot where he's from, like, somewhere, like, up north towards, like, Michigan. Somewhere in that abyss.
Just up there.
But, I, like, looked at him and I was like, yeah. So I was like, I'm about to start DJing. I was like, I'm trying to come up with a name. I can't figure it out. So I was like, I just want to do Fox. I want something with Fox in it. And he goes, well, have you tried figuring out how to spell it different? I was like, yeah, but everything's taken. Like, spelling it F-A-U-X, like, Fox for. And he goes, why don't you spell it F-O-H-X? And I just looked at him and I was like, that's kind of genius. I was like, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. And so I, like, thought for a minute about it because I didn't know if I wanted to put the little in front of it because I turned 28 this year, so I'm like, I'm not going to be so little anymore. So do I really want to be Little Fox? But at the same time, it kind of fit me. It kind of fits just, like, my personality. Yeah. So I, like, thought with it for a minute, and then I was just like, all right, that's what I'm going to do. And I debated for a minute, and I was like, you know, why don't I, like, start my career, and at some point, if I feel like the little doesn't fit anymore, I bet when I get to a certain point, I can take that little off.
Right.
But I've talked to, like, even talking to a couple of people, they were just like, no, the little fits. Like, it fits. Leave it. It's you. And so it kind of stuck. And so that's how I came up with Little Fox.
That's cool. And I like your logo with the tail.
Yes.
My friend William did it, and when we started it, I actually asked him to do, what is it called? Geometric fox. I was like, can you make me a geometric fox? Can you make me a geometric?
Like a face or like a body?
Well, like, can you make me a geometric fox? Yeah. And he made a bunch of logos, and all I could think about was, when it came to my name, I was like, I want it to be able to, like, somehow tie into each other in some sort of way. So when he made my logo, I was like, I want it to somehow tie into each other. And to me, it kind of looks like if I were to make a baseball or softball, like, jersey, it would fit perfect.
Right, yeah.
But at the same time, it kind of, like, looks cool as fuck.
I like it. I think it looks cool.
Because I love how the tail end of it.
Yeah, I like
it looks cool. And so
together.
I'm currently trying to figure out how to make merch for that. But I'm such a with my.
You said what?
I heard him laugh.
He looked at me as soon as he said merch. As soon as he said merch, he looks at me like.
He starts chuckling.
So, you said in 2018 is when you became Little Fox?
Yes.
Is that when you started DJing, or was it before that?
2017 is when I first started talking about DJing, and I did a lot of, like, it was more so of, like, talking about it, getting, like, figuring out what I wanted to do, where I wanted to go with it. In 2018 was the first time I played my first show.
Okay.
And the first show I ever played was actually at Sisu in Dallas, doing a nightwave show for West Trimble.
Okay, I know who that is.
I forgot what the company was named.
Was
I
it
can
Next
re-say
Level?
that. Yeah, that's what it is.
Next Level.
So 2018 was the first time that I played my first show, and I did the Nightwaves at Sisu with Next Level.
Yeah. How was that? How did that go?
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I brought my parents out for that.
Yeah. What did they think?
It was fun. They bought a table. They got like 3 bottles of Grey Goose.
Hell yeah.
And it was the first time that, like, I had actually brought it up to my friends that I was playing a show, and the amount of support that I had was amazing.
That's awesome.
It was a very fun night.
And you lived in Dallas at the time?
I live about like 30 minutes from Dallas.
Nice. So if you had to pick a memorable playing experience to go back to, or that you enjoyed, what would you pick?
EDM Drive-In 2020. That sounds like so long ago. Literally.
Was it that long ago?
October. It wasn't that long ago, but it sounds like
that?
it feels like a long time ago.
How was that like?
It was amazing. So I submitted a mix, not thinking anything of it. Like, it was one of those. So what was it? the live stream show that we did that my USB like messed up. You guys came in and like helped me on. So right after that, Sydney drove me home and she was like, yeah, you should submit a mix. And I was like, okay, yeah. And I looked at it and was like, they were like, yeah, you have to play like these like 3 or 4 Halloween songs in it. And so the whole time I was like, so do I have to play them like the original, like the way they are? Am I allowed to remix it? Am I allowed to mash them up?
Right.
Like, so I messaged everybody that they tagged. I was like, hey, I'm doing the submission. I was like, just want to make sure. I was like, am I allowed to remix it? Blah blah blah. And finally get an answer. I was like, yeah, you can like do that. And I was like, all right, cool. So I can make it now.
Right.
So, because I wasn't sure. And I was like, I don't want to like submit a mix and then it not be.
Yeah, what you need.
Right.
So I like submitted a 30-minute mix, and I personally I didn't think it was that good. I thought I did the bare minimum in my preference, just because of like I get really technical when I like play shows and when I play my sets, and so submitted it, and then I was told to just make a post that you. Make a post that you submitted a mix, but then I saw other people posting their mix.
Yep.
Right.
So I was like, what do I do? Do I like share the mix? Do I make it public? What do I do? So,
Confusion.
and at that time I was working a 9 to 5. So I'm sitting at work, like doing social media for them. And I'm sitting there texting Sydney, and I was like, hey, do I just post that I shared it? Like that I submitted a mix for the contest, or do I, actually share the mix? So no one answered me. No one answered me on anything. So I was like, okay, all right, I'm going to share the mix. So I shared it all, and I was like, after I'd already messaged EDM Drive-In, I was like, yeah, I got it. You guys, no worries. And then Sydney calls me and goes, Allie, don't share it. Just submit it, make a post that you submitted. And I was like, so you're telling me I have to like go make this private again? Hold on. So I went and did all that, and so I had to message them again, and I was like, sorry guys, I got it now.
I figured it out.
It's like, you got it figured out. Out of 150 submissions, they picked me to open up for the EDM Drive-In, and I thought that was super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm still like shook about that. Hands down shook.
Yeah, congratulations.
And best memorable, hands down, best event ever. The down to like the people working it, putting it on. Everybody was super sweet. Like, it felt like a real festival, minus like the fact that people had to drive their cars to the event, or in the event.
Oh yeah. That's
but
awesome.
probably the funnest event I've ever done.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Lights and lasers and full production.
Full production. It was amazing. I wish I could like replay that over and over again.
And play it again.
I can replay it in videos, but
that's awesome. So, who would you say has had influence on either your mixing style or producing or remixing songs, artist-wise, or if anybody?
That's a tough question.
No pressure.
That's a good question.
You want me? You don't know? We can go to another question.
That's a really good question. I don't know.
You want to skip and
A
come back
mix,
to it?
because I don't like. Personally, I don't listen to like other people's mixes because if I I do and I don't.
Uh-huh.
If I listen to other people's mixes, I start trying to think about it, and I don't want to be like other people.
Right.
So I try not to listen to other people's mixes. Like I listen to my friends and I support my friends, but when it comes down to listening to bigger artists and stuff, I haven't, because I don't want to sound like other people in a sense. I mean, it's a hard question. It's a really hard question.
Okay, what
I
about,
just
what about some just artists that you before you got into the scene? Who got you into the scene? Anybody? Or you just got in there with nobody?
Yeah, I just got in there with nobody.
She just jumped in.
I just did this on my own. No, what's crazy is before I even actually knew what electronic dance music was, or listened to it, so I went to Mexico when I was 20. I would like to say 2018, but that's 3 years ago, not when I was 18. So 2013, 2014.
Okay.
I had never listened to dance music, never. And I went to Mexico. I'd just gotten tattooed on my side, and parents had no idea. It was a tattoo of my best friend's lyrics, and very proud of it. And my mom goes, "Hey, do you want to go to Mexico next week?" And I was like, let me think about it. Let me think about it. I was like, actually, I kind of want to go. So I was like, I could try to hide it. Try. And she didn't know I had tattoos yet. And so finally I was like, all right, I'm down to go. So I go. Our hotel room, we can't check in, so we have to go change the bathrooms.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm crammed in a little bathroom with my mom, and I'm changing. I'm like, "Mom, don't hate me."
Oh my gosh.
And she sees it and she's pissed.
Oh shit.
Pissed. So along the way, I make friends with I kid you not, 10 Canadians, because for some reason we're on spring break.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody in Canada wants to go to Mexico. So it got to the point where as soon as somebody would we'd be in line for something and they'd look at me and say something, I'd be like, "You're from Canada, aren't you?" And it was awesome. So I made friends with a group of Canadians, and they all were trying to get me to go to, there was a place called Cocobonga and Daddy-O's, and at the time, had no idea who these names are. I saw Avicii and Above and Beyond.
Sheesh.
No idea who these names were at the time. So I'm trying to convince my parents. I'm like, "Hey, I know you just saw a tattoo on me, but can I go to these clubs and with this group of Canadians that you've never met?" And so my dad lets me go. My phone gets pickpocketed that same night.
Oh,
Wow.
shit.
My dad literally pays. Here's the cool thing about Mexico at the time. You pay $65 to get in, free drinks.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's nice.
This.
You pay $65 all in, free drinks, lit.
Fucked up.
Let's go. So my phone got pickpocketed the first night out.
Oh my god.
And I want to say it was Avicii that we saw. Had no idea. I just remember going home and knowing a song, hearing a song in my head. And I was like, I really like the song. I need to know the song. Came across it. Come to find out it. So I saw Avicii. Had no idea who he was.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And I spent the last, prior to, passing, I wanted to go see him live so bad. Because I finally, found out who he was. I was like, man,
Yeah.
I want to go see him live and know who he is.
Right.
And fortunately not. But, so the first people I saw were icons. Straight up icons.
That's
And, that's what got me into, this music in general. And Alesso. I'm a huge fan of Alesso.
Right.
And if I ever saw him, met him in person, that is the one person I'd fangirl and not say sorry for. Not say sorry for. Guy, I love your shit. I'm sorry, but not sorry.
I'm gonna flip shit. Yeah, I would flip shit over slander.
Yeah.
I've seen them once.
once.
They're cool.
Yeah.
They're cool.
I mean, their music's good. I've met them and not met them in a sense.
Yeah.
It was like a frat party.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So I like met them and not met them.
That's sweet.
So I said hi and not said hi. In a sense, it was like, what's up? X.
So if you had to pick a venue or an event to play, what would you pick and why?
Is it Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World?
I think Land.
Tomorrowland. But Tomorrowland.
No, which
it's like overseas.
one of them exists. One of them doesn't. Not anymore.
Tomorrowland.
Tomorrowland.
Is the one that does exist.
Tomorrowland.
Correct. That one.
Yeah.
And why that one?
One, it's in a whole nother country.
Yeah.
Which I would just love to experience, and it's so big.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Ginormous.
Yes.
And EDC. I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd love to tour. I'd love to be outside of Texas and experience all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I love
But
to play EDC.
Tomorrowland would be like
The
top
one.
tier.
Yeah.
Yeah. So who would be any DJs, producers, artists that you think needs more light on them?
Computer.
Computer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like him
Who else?
Number one fan.
Dang, not fangirl over him though?
No, he's my friend.
You can't be a fangirl for your friend?
No, I do fangirl for my friends.
Okay.
So when he played in Austin, and I brought I actually picked him up from the airport, and right before he played, I looked at him and I said, I know we're friends and all, but just give me a moment because I'm gonna fangirl. And I was like, just don't acknowledge it. I was like, I'm a fangirl, and then you can let it go. And then there's that.
That's funny. That's
He
cool.
looked at me and was just like, okay.
That's cool.
No, he's amazing. He's
Oh, yeah.
great producer, great, he's talented. I love all of his music. 10-10. 10-10.
Who else? Any locals?
Price.
Price.
He lives in Arizona.
Okay.
He's a bass house artist.
Okay.
What's crazy is I met him. I just met him when I went to Phoenix 3 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one of the first songs he ever put out, I was playing in my sets for the longest time, and I really like his stuff. It's really good.
Yeah.
And he ended up in a group chat, on Instagram with, a bunch of people. And he posted something. I was like, wait, you live in Arizona. How is it? Because I want to move to Arizona. And he was like, oh, it's cool, blah, blah. And then he was like, I said something. I was like, I might be in Arizona next week. And he was like, cool, I'm actually opening up for this show. And I was like, no way. So I was like, now I've got to go.
Yeah.
So I went, and we finally got to meet, and it was cool because it was a full circle thing, because before I even knew him, I was playing his music, and I didn't, at the time, it's one of those songs that are saved in my library that has no name, just the title name, that's it. So I was like, whose song is this?
Yeah.
And then it came kind of full circle, because I'm like, bro, I've been playing your song for so long.
That's cool.
And he's like, no fucking way. And we finally got to meet. He's awesome. And it was really cool. And it's cool to see him actually play and throw down and succeed.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
Oh yeah, Price. Price.
PR exclamation mark
Cool.
CE.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Is that it?
Trying to think of some.
You don't like any Dallas people?
No, I don't.
What about Austin? You got some Austin
I mean,
homies?
you guys.
Oh, no thanks. You got Austin homies?
You can make this the cover photo. Ghoul's pretty awesome.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't have that many friends.
What would your dream collab be?
It's a trick question.
Trick? Or hard? These are hard
Both?
questions? Oh. Oh, I see.
Malibu.
Insert shots here.
Nah, drink collab is White Claws.
God, Sam. God, that's actually a really trick question. Fuck. Saint Punk.
Saint Punk.
You need to like learn then.
I guess so.
Expand your.
Saint Punk. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's why.
he's like electronic, progressive, bass
Okay.
house.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to get
Those
put
are
on.
like the genres that you look at when you download shit on BBM Supreme, and
Yeah.
there's like a different genre: progressive, electronic, and then he's a bass house artist.
Oh, yeah. Anyway. Do you know the song Interior Crocodile Alligator? No.
Yes.
She knows it. Thank you. That's my cut.
I know it, but like I don't like.
Hey,
Sing it.
don't bash on
fucking
it now.
day.
Now you're bashing. Okay. Ready?
No.
Do you have any last comments, shout outs?
I love you guys.
I love you too. Thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to come over here. Finally.
course.
Yeah.
Took long enough.
It's okay. We're here now.
Took like 4 months.
It's okay. We're here. We made it. Season 2, episode 4 with Little Fox. We out. Deuces.